Hello there, littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty. How are you all today? Happy early release day. What? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all of you. Hello, hello. We've got a fair amount of people in here. Super exciting. Hello, Laura. Oh my gosh, Laura, we haven't seen you in a while. Yarn Pirate, killing's worth it. Ashlyn, Bubbles, hello, hello. Eska, Rat, Melanie. I'm just going to go down the list. I'm going to ignore TK's name, though.
Don't ignore me.
Bubbles. I hope you're all having a great day. Hello, Stephanie P. Welcome. I'm so excited to introduce these yarns to you, give you guys a chance to order them. We're going to show them off later on if you want to look at them, and with other skeins and yarn that we have, you're more than welcome to. That's the plan. A little bit of kind of like a HSN QVC witch style, right? Oh, you like it? Thank you. Thank you. I like it too. It's really funny because I had all the makeup. That wasn't an issue. I purchased the shirt with the with the excuse that it was for this, but I will 100% wear this. Like, I keep telling TK, I'm like, can we go on a date? Can we go on a date? Can we go on a date? Just because I'm in love with this shirt. Where do you put your money? Okay, so sales will open at 7 p.m. I'm going to start to show yarn off, and then you guys have that link. It's been sent out to you. I think you're going to receive the link for not Shopify, I'm sorry. You'll receive the link for BossKittyShop.com at 7 p.m. It'll pop up in Patreon for you, so keep your eyes open for that. So yeah, you guys ready to look at some yarn? Also, do you like my background, by the way? Ta-da! Any excuse I have to start my Halloween decorations early. Although I have to talk to TK, I'm not sure if he wants me to take all of this out and put the old stuff back until October. That's what I just said. Yeah. So he just confirmed. I know you're 15 seconds behind. He just confirmed at 7 o'clock there was a Patreon post that will go live, and that will have the link in it. Okay. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I look very spectacular, right? Okay, let's take a look at some yarn. I have them all laid out here for you guys, like all of them. We're gonna go over them one at a time, and I figured we might as well start with the the skein that is specifically for you guys, and that is the our marvelous Mad Madam Mim skein, which is called Zim Zabadim Zin. I think I probably said that wrong. Zim Zabarim Zin. Zim. It's a mouthful. Try saying that 5 times fast. So it's got that really lovely purple in there, and this purple actually matches the purple that's in one of our other colorways. And then you've got that really lovely silver and some raspberry pink, and then this deep, deep dark purple. And I'm so in love with this color, you guys. It's so good. Yes, so just so you're aware, leave it up, it's almost October. Just so you're aware, there will be 4 links that'll be sent to you guys. One of them is for the basic witch set. One of them is for the patron-exclusive basic witch set. One of them is for the extra witch set, and one of them is for the patron-exclusive extra witch set. Those patron exclusives come with your Madam Mim. You want me to show off my nails? Okay, well, behold my nails. I did my nails today. You just ignore my stupid finger, though. There you go. TK wanted me to show off my nails. He's enamored with the matte finish. He didn't know that was a thing. You already paid down the credit card. I love it. So yes, the patron exclusive, if you're looking for your Zim Zabarim Zim, you're going to want that patron exclusive for one or the other. So let's go ahead and actually, we can look at some inspiration for this if you want. I actually have it up somewhere. Choink, there it is. So we'll just go right there. There you go. You can see her right there. And I'll do this up here. It matches. It's pretty freaking spot on. The kind of grayish color I was doing with her, I wanted her skin in there because it's kind of that deadish putrid color, right? And then that really light purple is more her hair. And just, I think if you watch the movie, that whole entire scene kind of has a soft purple overlay or something. And then you have that deep purple at the top and her shirt of her dress and her shoes. And then of course the raspberry pink skirt. There we go. Let me minimize this. It's been a while since we've done one of these, you guys. I'm so excited. You just wow. Oh, you guys are so good, sweet. You've successfully explained to Mr. Pirate that not buying the extra witch plus set would be a sad waste of all the Patreon cash. You're not wrong. I mean, that is a very true statement. Okay, so let's move on. So this is a kitty glitter color in all sets that you get. Any of the patron sets, it's going to be kitty glitter. The other one that's going to be kitty glitter across the board, whether or not you get the exclusive Patreon set or not, is going to be this one right here. And this is our Durwood's Bane colorway, and it is based off Endora from Bewitched. It's funny because when we decided to do this set, this is the first colorway that both TK and I were like, that we have to have an Endora color, because we both grew up with her on our TV, which is amazing since there's a 15-year age difference between the two of us. But as you can see, I mean, I had no idea that the 60s were so Halloween-y. I know you guys have 9 minutes. You've got her lovely, like, celery bright-ass green in there. You've got that really nice pastel violet. And then you've got her hair, and it matches. When you see the inspiration picture, you will be amazed how well that hair matches. Oh my gosh, Technicolor at its finest. So this is the kitty glitter colorway in all of our sets. Normally, I kind of shy away from making a lighter color, the kitty glitter, but it's Endora. We had to. And you can, I know this camera doesn't really do it justice. It shimmers so much, you guys. It's just, it's fabulous on so many levels. Thank you, Left. You guys like my hat? So I made 2 of these. Let's talk a second. I made 2 of these hats because this one, the original one I made, I thought the brim was too small on it. And so I was like, oh, I'll make another one and the brim will be perfect. Well, the brim is kind of a little bit bigger. The hat is a little sloppier, but the brim still looks dumb. Like it didn't do what I wanted it to do. So I like this one better. We'll see how it goes. Oh, TK said I'm having mic issues. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, I don't know if that's going to fix it or not. I think we have to replace a cable. You know what? We've had this mic for 2 years now, though. So, but still, it sucks. Not the mic, though. The mic is still great. It's just the cable. So yeah, that's our Endora colorway. It's got to be a sweater, just like all together, one witchy sweater. I was thinking, I'll tell you what I was thinking. Let me show off the Endora inspiration real quickly, and then I'll tell you what I was thinking. So, where is the Endora inspiration? There she is. There you go. So yeah, you guys check this out. The green is spot on. Actually, I'll put it right here and you can kind of see it. That violet is perfect. And then the hair is just, it's so crazy the way that that is so similar. So my idea behind this, and you guys don't have to do this, but I was thinking we could do a patron, so only on Patreon, a patron-exclusive knit-along / crochet-along. I kind of want to see different Stephen West shawls in all of this. I would make one. You guys can make one. But if you crochet and you don't knit, you could find a different cool shawl if you want it. It could be any Stephen West shawl you want, clearly. Obviously, it's not something you have to do. I just thought that would be a neat idea. We could post pictures of it, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun to just see how different they look, since they're all the same colors, but how different they look in different shawls, right? And you could do that with the Madame Mim color or without it. That's just my idea. Maybe I've been thinking a little bit about this. Who knows? Let's turn that down just a little more. There we go. That hat is incredible. Thank you, thank you. I really like it. It's the first thing I've ever felted. It would be a lot of fun. So that's what Wisdom Queen always does. Is she always ends up making a Stephen West shawl out of these, and they always look beautiful, like so beautiful. Okay, what colorway do we want to do next, my loves? Let's go ahead and look at Make My Monster Grow. This is our Rita Repulsa colorway. This is the first one we're showing off tonight that comes in both Kitty Glitter and Cat's Cradle. So the Cat's Cradle colorway comes in the basic witch set. The base on this is Brass Monkey, and then it's got a little bit of Tea Time of the Soul kind of just splattered in there, and it's done really densely, which is why you have that pink pop so much. And I really based that on her dress. I really wanted to get her dress in there. Unfortunately, I thought about trying to get the silver in there. Couldn't think of a way to do it without making it look murky. But I did get the black in there with all of these lovely, lovely, lovely black speckles. And they just pop on this yarn, you guys. It's, for being such a hokey character, it is such an elegant looking yarn. Oh, here, let's take a look at it in Kitty Glitter. So this would be in the Extra Witch set. This is what you would get right here. It's very, very sparkly. Clearly, you've got these lovely speckles that go through. It's interesting because of the ply on Kitty Glitter, those speckles don't pop quite as much. They're a little more subtle, but I love it. I think it's great. Innuendo and out the other. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. I came this close to not naming it that, but I was like, I have to name it Make My Monster Grow. What else am I going to do? So there's no other name for it. You guys knew as soon as I said I was doing a Rita Repulsa colorway, that's what was going to happen. After 10,000 years, this yarn is amazing. Rat nuts. Have some confetti. That was too good. That's so good. Okay, you guys have 4 minutes until those links drop. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inspiration behind Make My Monster Grow. Get that up real quickly. There she is. Ta-da! You can see what I was talking about with her outfit. I didn't want to do just a Tea Time for the Soul base. I thought that would be a little too boring to just have that across the base and then black speckles. I thought it's kind of cheating that way. So I really wanted to do, you know, get that gold in there because she's got gold in her dress as well. So that's what I was thinking with that when I did it. And then you've got so much black on there. Instead of doing some harsh black lines though, because we have some other colorways that have that in there, I just wanted the speckles through it. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. It is. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. You have to wonder if the original Japanese character is as hokey. I don't know, but that particular character or actress that played her, and I can't remember her name, the one that was like in the 90s when I was a kid, it's my favorite. Of course, because I'm nostalgic, and that's what you do. You're wrapping yarn on your nitty naughty, and the start and finish ends match. That's amazing, JK. You are a sorceress. I think you think that this one's your favorite. Oh, Knit and Craft, that makes me so happy. This was actually, of all the colorways, I love it. I think it's absolutely stunning. There's not a colorway in here that I don't absolutely love, but I think this is the one that I love the least. Feels so weird saying that, but it's still a beautiful color. Actually, I don't, nope, yep. Where shall we go next? Okay, so let's go ahead and head on over to the witches. So we've got our Grand High Witch over here. She's decadent and gorgeous, just as any Angelica Houston color should be. This is the one where you've got a lot of black in there, and you really do have a lot of black. It's got, I would say 2/3 black, 1/3. Yeah, 2/3 black, 1/3 purple is what you've got going on here. So what you're going to have when you knit, I don't know about crochet. When you knit with this, you're going to have the majority of black, and then you will have some flecks. And those flecks will be pretty close to each other. So you'll have like purple fleck, black, 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 purple fleck, black, 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 black. That's how that'll work. And then that purple obviously has these lovely black speckles on it. This was based off of Grand High Witch's cloak in the Witches. The picture I have does not do it justice. It's very tiny. But if you go on YouTube and you watch the scene where she's at the convention and she's telling them all, you know, maximum results, you can see the cloak there, and it's pretty perfect. I know this purple, you guys. Every time I think that I've done all my purples, I come up with another one. Here it is in kitty glitter. Here's our extra witch maximum results, and it gives maximum results. Of all the kitty glitter colorways that we have, I think that this one is the one that pops the most. And that makes sense. It's the darkest color we have in here, and normally the stellina really shines on those dark colors. But it is so magical. It looks like it's been dipped in magic liquid. I don't know how else to explain it. This one is tied as also your favorite knit and craft. I love it. You guys, it's 7 p.m. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You know what that means? Link drop. Isn't it just so good? So this is available in the extra witch set. I just said that. TK, it's having this be 15 seconds behind. He comes running and he's like, the links are live. And I'm like, I know, I just said it. All the kitty glitter, right? So remember, this is in the extra witch set. This is going to be in the basic witch set. If you want Madam Mim, there is a patron exclusive of the basic witch set that has her in there, and there's a patron exclusive of the extra witch set that has her in there. You should tie this game, but you're busy watching the yarn. That's like the best compliment ever. Okay, let's take a look at our inspiration, because we do have some. There it is. She's so beautiful, even without her human face mask on. Just lovely. I had a friend actually who cosplayed as her in her true form, and she made the, oh god, it was amazing. You can see though, you've got that lovely deep black, and then that just kind of bluish cool purple. It's just so good. It's decadent. It's the word I keep using for it. Yes, Madam Mim is in kitty glitter in both sets. It's the only way that we have that available because you, our patrons, are fabulous, and so we only have the best for you. That's how we feel. Also, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering, because you're patrons, we only did the upsale on the Madam Mim colorway, your patron exclusive colorway, at an additional $15 to whatever the base set is that you're buying. This colorway usually, our kitty glitter usually goes for about $34. So that's over half price basically. We really wanted you guys to have access to that and for it to be affordable for you. So thank you so much for being so supportive of us, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Yay! Look at that. We have yarn purchased. Fantastic. It's always super exciting. Let's go take a look at numbers real quickly. Actually, I can do that. So it looks like we have 8 of the patron exclusive basic witch and 8 of the extra witches still available, and 9 of the basic witch sets available, and we still have 10 in stock of the basic extra, I'm sorry, of the extra witch sets. Very confusing. Why is spending so money so easy? Because it's also pretty, right? Madam Mim is in kitty glitter. Yeah. Adding to my stash again today. I'm so excited. Jessie, hello. So if you're going to be, Jessie, I know you're going to be at Oregon Flock and Fiber, and I know JK is going to be at Oregon Flock and Fiber. So I'm going to message you guys later because I know JK had mentioned possibly picking her set up at the show. I just want to confirm if that's something she wants to do. Yay, Stephanie, I'm so excited. The basic witch is yours. Have some confetti, you guys. That's great. Okay, what colorway are we going to go to next? I think we're going to do Fly With Our Spirits. Or Fly With Our Spirit, which is our Kiki's delivery service. Because they're all the way across. That's just the way they are, TK. I'll get them all pretty in a second. Just give me a sec. Okay, so here is Kiki's delivery service. This is Fly With Our Spirit. I really wanted kind of a light-hearted yarn in here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be light in color, right? So you've got your red for her bow, you've got the navy blue for her dress, and then you've got this white for kind of the clouds and everything in the sky and just that lightheartedness feel. There's a fair amount of white in here, not a ton, but you will get flecks of white throughout. And then you have black speckles, and it's very light black speckles. I didn't want to overdo it, and those are on the red. And there might be some on the black as well, or the white as well. And then you guys have not seen this in kitty glitter yet. It's so pretty. Check it out. Okay, here is Fly With Our Spirit in kitty glitter. Once again, because you have those really vibrant, deep colors, the stellina really shows up on it. You've got, remember what I said about how speckles don't quite They're a little more subtle on kitty glitter because of the ply. So you've got that going on right here. You got a few more speckles right here. There's not quite as much white in some of these, but there's still a fair amount in there. Keep that in mind as well, you guys. Every single skein is hand dyed, so there's going to be variation, especially with multicolors or speckles. Although these were all done in the same vat, if you will. Extra because I needed glittery Kiki yarn. Oh my gosh, I love you, Yarn Pirate. You're so undecided on which one to get. You want basic and extra, but I can only do the one. Oh, decisions are hard. I totally understand. Let's look at some Kiki inspo. Ta-da! There she is. She's so beautiful. I used the Coraline base, by the way, for the blue. In case anybody's wondering, it could have been a little bit darker, much like this picture, but I wanted it to pop. Sometimes I have to kind of fudge on colors that I'm trying to be inspired by a character, because just because it looks great on the character, it might not necessarily look as great on the yarn. So we always have to keep that in mind. But you can see that's pretty spot on, actually. We did a good job. I'm actually gonna, TK wants to know why these are all here. We've got one more colorway to go, and then I'll separate these so you guys can see them all at once. You love her. It's an extraordinary blue for sure. Left. Also, yes, you can wait until off. That's entirely up to you. I just wanted to ask because I'll talk to you. I'll message you. Okay, let's see where we're at for purchases. So we have 10 of each of these available right now, and then it goes direct into pre-sale, which is fine. You guys can do pre-sale. It's usually 4 to 6 weeks, although we usually get them out sooner than that. We only have 3 of each of the Patron-exclusives in stock, and we have 9 of the basic Witch Toil and Trouble set, and still all 10 of the extra Witch edition. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Okay. I also am not a glitter person, but I need the glitter this time. Right? And our glitter is really, really soft, which is nice. I know a lot of glitter out there is pretty scratchy. So here we are. This is my favorite in the set. That's why I saved it for last. This is our Sanderson Sisters color, and it's called Come We Fly. This was the colorway that I was the most nervous about. Trying to stick 3 characters in one skein of yarn is really, really hard. And I wanted to do it justice. It's a movie that I know everybody here has grown up with and loved and cherished. And initially I thought about not adding Hocus Pocus into our set because I was like, oh, everybody does Hocus Pocus. Much like Sally's not in the set, even though I think she's a witch. But I knew that you guys would stone me alive if I didn't stick it in here. So here we are. And I'm so happy I did. It turned out so freaking good. I got your set and I remembered to use it. Yay! When the kitty litter calls, you have to answer 100%. Thank you. So yeah, I did another color and it just did not turn out right. And I realized I was overthinking it. I was like, it's a movie from the 90s. They still did the character. Each character has a very specific color. What am I doing to myself? And so instead of trying to add every color for each character, I just added their main one. So you've got Winifred with the lovely, lovely green. And this green is gorgeous, you guys. Check this out. Like, it's just all over the place. You've got Sarah with the pinks and blushes, right? And then you've got Mary with her purples. And I know Mary and Sarah both have reds and pinks and purples in them. So I kind of went based off of their top area, if you will, a little bit. And I just love it so much. We did it on a white base, but I made sure that there's very little white, and the white doesn't even look white anymore. And then you've got black speckles throughout it. So Come We Fly, and then here it is in kitty glitter, and it's so beautiful. I don't know what to say about this yarn, about this colorway, other than I cried tears when I saw it. I didn't really cry. I cried in my heart, though. I was so happy with how it turned out. I was really concerned, and then it came out perfectly. This came out so perfectly that I actually dyed extra of this, which is a big no-no because I don't know what anybody's ordering, right? So, oopsies. But that's how perfectly it turned out. So, I'm really happy with it. Like, beyond the moon happy with it. Let's show off some inspiration. There they are. Ta-da! So you can see, I guess you really can't see Mary so much in this picture, which is a bummer. I could have gone more of a maroon purple with Mary. I didn't because I wanted it to pop against that pink. Once again, that's kind of fudging, but you get the same vibe, right? Mostly, I wanted to get that iconic green that Winifred is wearing, that Bet's in, because it's that green gold. Not only is that like witch across the board, but for a lot of us, it has become the Winifred colored. So it was really important to me. Boop. Okay, so let's separate these so you can see what you get with each set. Burp, burp, burp. And then let's see. We will go into if there is any base normal colorways that you guys want to see these with, that you're like, oh, does this look good with this color? Does this set look good with this color? We can go ahead and pull some of those to take a look if you'd like. Because I know sometimes people are really unsure of things like that, which is totally understandable. Okay, so we're going to put this in the middle here just for a moment. I only have one of each of these out, so it'll make it interesting. So if you were to buy the basic witch set, this is what you would get right here. You would get 4 skeins of Cat's Cradle in Come We Fly, Make My Monster Grow, Fly With Our Spirit, and Maximum Results. And then you would get the 1 skein of Kitty Glitter in Durwood's Bane. So that's what you would get there. If you were to get this in the exclusive Patreon set, you would also add this to it. You would add the Zim Zabaram Zim to it. So you'd get 6 skeins of yarn, and it's only $15 more for that. And you all have exclusive access to this. Nobody else does. If you decided, I don't need a basic witch set, I'm extra witch. See what I did there? Then instead, you would get this. Well, let's start here. So you would get all of these in Kitty Glitter instead, and you can see the difference here. Like, this is much darker. It's got a little more decadence to it. You have, I would say, you have more definition in the Cat's Cradle, just because of the way that Superwash Merino and this ply grabs it and the nylon grabs it. But these are still so gorgeous. These are more elegant, I think. That's how you're extra. We're all extra. Even if you didn't get an extra set, you're extra. I promise. I want to say something dirty with the Make My Monster Grow, but YouTube. Cocoa Pie, I totally understand. Trust me, I've had people send me memes. See? There she is, right there. It's all Rat. It's her fault. You just had a brain fart and thought I messed up ordering, but after double checking my email, I did select the Patron 6. Okay, good. So you guys don't have to worry, by the way, about putting your code in. You guys remember when we were doing this on Twitch, you would have to put put your username in for stuff. You don't have to worry about that right now. It's not an issue. We know that you guys have the code. You don't have to do that for the Patron exclusive colorway either, because even once the rest of it goes on sale to the public, the link that you guys have to the Patron exclusive box sets, you will be the only ones that have those links. These colorways, these box sets, will be available through, I believe it's the 7th is what we decided. No. Did we decide on the 7th? Ugh, why don't you just let me look at this? Thank you. Actually, I think it's the 7th. I think we decided on the 7th. So that's where we are at that point. I am absolutely going to put a yarn order in well before that. I'll probably be putting a yarn order in on this Monday for whatever we've got so far, and because I have to prep for off. And then we'll put a secondary yarn order in for the 7th for any stragglers, and those will probably get taken care of after off, since off is on the 14th and 15th. So that's the plan. TK is going to come in here around 7:30 if you guys want, and we are going to go over color blocks, like what you guys want to see. If you want to see anything with this, if you want to see like Mithril with all of this and how that would look, or if you want to see I don't know. Brass monkey would look really good with these. What else would look good? Soot would look amazing. I actually think that Leopold would look really good. That buttery yellow, right? Uh, technically, I think you could probably get away with ectoplasm. I'd be curious to see. Oh my goodness. You guys are the best. Okay, let's see how many we have left, my loves. Oink. Let's see. Okay, we have one of the patron-exclusive extra witch sets left in stock. We have two of the basic witch patron-exclusive sets left in stock. We have 9 and 9 of the other two. So we do still have some available. You'll just go into pre-order for the patron-exclusive if that's what it comes down to. And truthfully, if I don't sell the other box sets, if they don't sell or they straggle or something like that, clearly I have extra kitty glitter yarn on hand and we'll be able to dye those and get those out to you. So it says that we have these on hand, and what we have on hand is we have the yarn on hand. I do not actually have all of these dyed up because I wouldn't have been able to offer as many to you guys in the same capacity. I would have had to guess what to dye up and what not to dye up. And not only is that difficult for me and tends to waste some time, it also wastes a ton of money because we end up with a bunch of leftover stuff, and that's not good. So we're doing this to order technically, but you guys have first crack at the stuff that I have on hand right now. Okay. BK, we discussed this. All BK yarn goes amazing with BK yarn. Oh, Ashlyn, I like that. It should be my new logo. Catastrophe, yes. Ectoplasm will be amazing. And dark, oh my gosh, yes. Let me see if I can, I can't reach it. TK will be in here in a little bit. I'll get him to grab some ectoplasm because that will be delicious. You know what? I think that ectoplasm would actually look really good with Durwood's Bane as well. Which blows my mind. I actually also think it'll look really good with Sanderson Sisters. I think it'll look good with all of them, except maybe, no, even there. Like if you were going to do a really big shawl, the biggest shawl ever, and you needed another colorway and it needed to be solid, I would stick ectoplasm in there. Maybe Cynthia's lunchbox, but I'm not really sure on that one. Let's see what these look like together. There we go. They're so beautiful. There's so much purple in here anyway. I'd probably shy away from purples. But that's just me and my personal preference. Everybody's got one. So other than ectoplasm, are there any particular colorways anybody wants to see with these beautiful skeins of yarn? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I need some water, yo. Also, if you're just joining us, welcome to our early release party for the Toil and Trouble box set. I would cackle for you guys because I'm actually pretty good at it, but I don't want to blow your ears out, so I'm not going to do it. Widowflower, Grand High Witch, and or Kiki. Okay, I can definitely do that. I think I've got some Widowflower, and it's the new bluish Widowflower, so it'll go really well with that. Widowflower and Durwood's Bane. Definitely, I can check those two out together. Mithril and Forest Park. You want to see those with a... Okay, we can absolutely. So TK, whenever you're ready, if you could come help me out, that would be phenomenal. Mr. Pirate's name is Darren. His teachers thought it was hilarious to call him Durwood. He hated it. Cannot wait to taunt him with that yarn. TK named it. He wanted to just name it Durwood, and I'm like, that's a little too far left field. He's like, what about Durwood's Bane? And I was like, oh, I can dig it. That one I'm okay with. I wanted Witch's Honor. But he was like, no. I was like, okay, that's cool. He has adamant feelings about this colorway. There's always one that TK is very attached to, and he has a lot to say about it, and that's totally fine. I love that. I had actually dyed this one up twice, so there's going to be a fair amount of yarn for our grab bags actually probably come the beginning of the year. We've got some throwback of this, although it's not anything like this, so don't get excited. And then we have some throwback of this that it's similar. It's there's no white. It's the green and the purple, and then it's got orange speckles on it. You think Mithril would look amazing with any of these? I agree. Okay. I don't know where he went, so I'm just gonna grab some yarn real quickly. I will be right back. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's try that color and that color. I think this color will look fabulous. We can try this color. I know you guys can still hear me, which is great. Ooh, you know what? What about Snuffy? We'll get some Snuffy. We'll get some of that. I'm going a little crazy over here, you guys. I only want to get up once. Okay. Let me toss some yarn over here. See what we can do. Just gonna throw yarn everywhere. Oh, and you know what? Just no. Oh, Forest Park was the other one. I don't have any. Oh, I do. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let me get back in my seat. There we go. Hello, hello. Welcome back. BK casted an invisibility spell. I 100% did. That's exactly what happened. There we go. I'm a little higher up now. Okay. So, let's get some yarn out of the way. I went a little crazy, you guys. I'm going to show these off with the base set instead of the kitty glitter, since I only grabbed base colorways instead of kitty glitter colorways. So just bear with me here. Got those. Got that. Got that. I'm going to put these over here for now. There we go. So we've got these. I'm missing some. So many colors. Okay, there we go, right there. My spider web back where it belongs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is the Patron-exclusive set. You guys wanted to see Widow Flower, so let's start there. Widow Flower with Durwood's Bane looks gorgeous. This is going to be a really subtle change back and forth. That is St. Olaf. I did bring that over. You were 100% right. A light purple would be nice to marl it with. Yeah, exactly. They'll look really subtle together. You can marl them. You could go every other round if you wanted to. It's going to look beautiful together. These purples are very, very similar. It looks great with your Sanderson sister colorway right here, Come We Fly. It is not the same purple. So the tones are a little bit different, but because you have this white in here and it gets so pale, I think you can get away with it. It almost kind of looks like a grave purple, which is funny because it's called Widow's Flower. But yeah, this is much more of a sharp contrast. So if you're looking for hard lines, this is the route to go with that. Madam Mim, these are going to be very, very, very similar. You're going to have a ton of purple in these, but once again, it'll be nice and subtle. Not quite as subtle as with the Endora Way colorway, but it's still going to look really beautiful together. Thanks, List for Off. You guys remember I used to do this for Black Friday? So this is the one I was the most concerned about. And look, you guys, they're actually really gorgeous together. I was like, oh, I don't know, because it's more blue and this is more warm. They look great together. I didn't expect this to work, and it does. That makes me think cottage. Yeah, seriously, these two are these two? Yeah, absolutely. But this is wonderful because the lavender actually kind of offsets this pink a little bit, and it really makes it pop, and it brings out the black speckles as well. Okay, we've got Kiki. So far, I think this is my least favorite mashup, but even so, it still looks really good. The white and the blues really bring this in, and since blue and red makes purple, of course it works. So far, I gotta tell you, this is a win-win across the board for Widow Flower. And also, it's like I said, it's called Widow Flower, which is fitting for, you know, a witch set. And then here you have the Grand High Witch and Widow Flower, and they look superb together, as we expected them to. This is basically just a very, 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 very light version of this. It's not the same dye, but it's the same thing. So you're gonna have a lot of contrast here, kind of light, dark, light, dark. It's gorgeous. It's much more simple than the other ones are. Okay, Soot and Kiki. Absolutely. Soot and Kiki together forever. Goodbye, Gracie. Goodbye, Gracie. Here is Soot and Kiki. This is going to have, so you're going to have the definition here for sure, but it's going to be a little more subtle because they're both really dark colors, like deep, right? But this is really going to tone down the Kiki color, I believe. Right now it's loud and it's bright and it's great, but this will kind of make it grow up a little bit, I guess is a good way to put it. Into a mouse for a rat. Oh my gosh, you get more. What? Of course, Soot and our Grand High Witch colorway. These are going to look really good together as well, but it's very, very, very subtle. Like this is something I would do where you're using one of these as an accent color to the other, not necessarily doing color work. Soot sprites with the Kiki. Soot is one of those colors that's kind of universal. This is probably going to be the least workable, although even this is workable because of that black. It really brings the gray over. It's a GG toning down Kiki. I love it. I expected these to look really good together. They do. Once again, it's kind of grows things up. And we have Soot and Kitty Glitter, in case anybody's wondering. Both Soot is in Kitty Glitter, Widow Flower is in Kitty Glitter. Conveniently, I brought a lot of colors over that we have in Kitty Glitter. Oops. Wrong one. Here's our Endora color one more time. Oh my gosh, those actually look really good together. I was not prepared for that. I thought that this would be meh. It is not meh. It looks pretty sexy actually. I kind of like it. It brings the tonal of the of that 60s vibe on this. Just brings it down a notch. Maybe you're not screaming quite as much as you thought you were, right? It's not quite as much Technicolor. I think it looks nice. Okay, we have 1 each left of the Patron-exclusive sets, and we have 9 each left of the Toil and Trouble normal sets, if you will. I think the Soot Make My Monster Grow has a really urban... Oh, it does! You're right! Because you've got those fall leaves and everything, and then kind of like a sidewalk look to it. Yeah, that's actually really great. Miss Monster, what a lovely comparison. Thank you. And then these look great together. I don't know if they're my favorite together. They're, once again, the tones are, they're both very deep, and so it's kind of getting get lost in this color. And my concern is actually that the green will get lost here. That would be my biggest concern. But they still look great together. Okay, what else do we have? We're going to be here till 10 o'clock at night. Okay, so we've done this one. I thought, okay, let's do this one next. So I brought Tales from St. Olaf over because it is also a very witchy color in my humble opinion, and it's going to look great with a lot of these. Those two are really vibrant together, so you can have deep colors like this, but as long as they're on different ends of the spectrum, you get a lot of contrast in it. So these would look great together. It's really going to pop. It kind of gives it even more decadence, which I didn't think was possible. So I'm going to say 100 color cal would be great with Soot or Mithril, and 1 skein from the set. Ooh, I don't know what 100 color cal is, but now I'm going to have to look it up. Oh my god, I didn't expect these to look good, which is dumb. I don't know why I didn't expect these to look good together, because red and blue both look good with Tales from St. Olaf anyway. I wouldn't say this makes this, this doesn't grow this up. This just kind of gives it another fun aspect, faucet, if you will. I like it. Yeah, it's got a lot of pop too. These two are going to be very subtle. Not my favorite. I generally don't like Tales from St. Olaf with Brass Monkey or any of those really where the brass comes out on those. So like Tea Time of the Soul, not usually a fan of this with it. But it doesn't look bad. It really does actually bring out the gold in this. These two look great together. This is another colorway we have in Kitty Glitter, by the way. These might clash a little bit. Oh, they actually don't. They're not the same color. So you will have a subtle difference there. They don't actually clash nearly as much as I thought they would. And clearly the purple and the green are going to look great with this. So, and then these two right here are my favorite right now. Like, I want everything made out of these two colors together. I want them to kiss and make babies, and I want those babies to be beautiful sweaters and shawls and everything else you can think of. Okay. So, we've got, somebody wanted to see Forest Park. I'm going to try to get through the ones you guys wanted to see. So here's Forest Park with the Sanderson sister colorway. I don't know how I feel about this. The greens are so vastly different. They kind of clash. They're going for the same vibe. You've got kind of a foresty green here and a foresty green here. So, and our Forest Park varies. You guys know that. So one that's a little less vibrant than this might look better, but the rest of the colors look great with it. It doesn't look bad. It's just slightly off. Like, I don't know. So far, it's my least favorite coupling. Standards forever, seriously. These two actually, surprisingly, do not look terrible. I was really not prepared for that either. I look at this color and I think nothing's going to go with it. And then apparently everything goes with it. So I was wrong. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this one down. These two will look lovely together. Of course, once again, this is a colorway that I have kitty glitter in as well. You've got purples, grays, pinks, and those all look really great with Forest Park. These two were made for each other because it's Brass Monkey base. There is not a single color that you cannot put Brass Monkey with that if it has a Brass Monkey base, so any of our undertones, that it won't look good with. It's just the way it works. We're going to have it through all of October. Why? And then these look absolutely gorgeous together. Much prettier than I thought. And then here it is right here, right? Green and purple. You can't go wrong with those two colors. They're so good. Green and purple were made for each other. You need the Rita and Forest Park for ultimate autumnal bliss. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. That kind of looks... No, I think this kind of clashes. This one doesn't really work as well with any of these. It kind of works with Sanderson's sister one. That's actually pretty delicious and yummy and very fallish. So let's do real quickly ectoplasm and mithril, and then we might call it a night. So these two talk about traditional witch colorways right there. It doesn't get any more traditional than that. If you don't have ectoplasm in your stash, get ectoplasm in your stash. I don't think we carry... We don't. Ectoplasm is not a colorway that we carry in kitty glitter. So there is that. It looks great here. It gives us a really fun, vibrant pop that you're not expecting. So that's a ton of fun. Looks good with Sanderson's stitch, but I liked... Yeah, so did I. These two... Actually, this is kind of fun. So this is very autumny and this is very springy. So it's kind of on that cusp, right? It's like coming in from summer into fall. So I think that kind of works. It's like you're seeing a little bit of new growth underneath all those leaves. No doubt that those two would look great together. Grand High Witch with the ectoplasm or the Balrog. You mean those? That's pretty amazing, actually. Those are gorgeous together. Even with this green in here, it really just brings everything together. Oh, it's so good. And then these better go together. They do. This is actually a version of this color, so of course these are going to go well together. It's going to blend really nicely. Once again, it's going to be very, very subtle. You can actually, if you really wanted to go crazy, you could just go all out with those. And then let's look at Mithril real quickly. Mithril's going to just be the stark contrast to Soot. So here you are right here. They look great together. I actually like Soot better, and I really, really love Ectoplasm even more. Mohairball is love. Yes, we do have it in Mohairball, and I will be dyeing some, obviously. You do not do mohair. I totally understand that. Oh, you might get... Okay, so it is like electricity in mohair. That and Cynthia's Lunchbox. Those two colorways in mohair are from the gods. I don't know what else to say about them. This is very, very... I don't know. It reminds me of like Adidas 1980... I don't know. 89, 88. I like it though. I think it looks really good together. It's very, very subtle, right? Because you've got gray in this instead of the white, but it's a really, really light gray. Oops, wrong one. This is where you're going to start to kind of clash a little bit. It's not terrible. It's not great. And that's because you have this gray base with the gold or the brass. And because it's so light, the black doesn't really bring it in the way it did with this Soot. These are going to look gorgeous together because they're the same base. So there's no problems there. Once again, comes in kitty glitter. These should look pretty well together. This is really going to tone this down again, but more in a lighter version. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with these two, right? I feel like this makes this a little less decadent though. Like it brightens it up a little bit. And I don't know how I feel about that, but it doesn't look bad. Clearly, I mean, we could try Leopold. Leopold's going to look great here. It's going to look great here. I don't know about here. I mean, you can probably get that across the board. I was really digging the idea of soot, but I don't think soot really works. Brass monkey clearly will work here. It'll even work here. I don't think it works here. It kind of crashes. It looks gorgeous here. Like those two are just beautiful together. And then it actually works here too, which is nice. Okay, let's see where we're sitting, you guys. Whoop, whoop. Checking it out, checking it out. Let's see where we're sitting. Okay, we're still 1 in stock of each of the patron exclusives and 9 in stock of the others. So just keep that in mind. Do you guys have any questions for me? I love doing these. These are so much fun. And it's been so long since we've done one. And the last one we did was the 8-bit box set. And that kind of, I don't want to say it was a dud. The set was not a dud. But it was during our transition. So we didn't have a lot of people in for that one. And that was kind of, you know, it was a sweet party. We still had a lot of fun. But I don't think I felt it as much. Clearly I wasn't dressed up, so on and so forth. Very Fife. Thank you. Yes, exactly. This and Mithril for sure. I feel like I'm back in high school. Mohair ball is delicious. It's true, and it does glow. Sassy Pants is good. I know. Yarn Pirate. It's coming. I promise. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about the box sets. You guys have access to these for the next 48 hours. Okay, that's before anybody else does. Do not fret if things go into pre-order. If you decide later on that you're like, oh, I know I bought one, but I need two, which happens, trust me. Go ahead and order it, and then let me know so I can package them together for you, right? But don't fret if it goes into pre-order, because even though you're in pre-order, you're at the top of the list for pre-order. So it's still going to probably get out to you pretty quickly. You're trying to figure out how you missed Golden Girls and Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror was last Halloween, and then Golden Girls was, we had just started Twitch, like just started Twitch, and we weren't really doing the box sets the way that we do them now. We did them more at shows, and then if we had leftovers, they came here, and I don't think we had a lot of leftovers from that. So that's you want like 3 sets. I totally understand. The top, not a stop. Not a question, but more of a wish. A wish for 5 skeins of the Sanderson Sisters yarn, or of the Madame Mim yarn. I need a top out of them. You know what? I think that could potentially be arranged in the future, if you guys are ordering them in sets of 4, because we've talked about custom orders before. You guys can order custom ordered yarn. Laura orders Sassy Pants from me on a, well, not on a reg, it's been a while, but she has ordered Sassy Pants from me before. But as long as you buy them in sets of 4, you're good. So not immediately, because we want some exclusivity to these right now, and I don't want everybody to be like, oh, I'll just order it that way. Not you guys, just in general. And I want this to be patron exclusive for a while, if not permanently. This one might be one that only you guys can custom order like that. But if you do it in sets of 4, generally it's still a custom order, so I'm not going to say no to it. Just give it a little bit of time first. So it was a question, and I was able to answer it. I feel like you have ideas for projects already, and that is usually a struggle for you. This is a great set. This is my favorite set so far. No joke. Like, I'm blown away with how much I love this set. I want to hear what the easiest colorways to design and the most challenging. Okay. Ever, or just in this set? The easiest ones to design. Grand High Witch was the first, and it was absolutely the easiest. It's 2 freaking colors in here, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I told you I fretted over this one, and I certainly had a throwback for it. But once I figured out what route I wanted to go, it was super easy. So we're not going to say that one was the hardest. I would say Endora was my hardest. Endora, surprisingly enough, I know it's really brightly colored and everything, but it's still pastels, and I'm not a pastel fan. You guys are aware of that. I mean, I do some pastels, just not a ton of them. So doing Endora was a little bit of a struggle because I'm I'm not always happy with how greens and oranges blend together on the same yarn, or oranges and purples too, quite frankly. Sometimes it kind of looks muddy. That didn't happen with this, and so I was very careful about it, but it didn't happen. I was very happy with how it turned out. Grand High Witch is definitely your fave in the box. You had a 2.5 month old during... That's right, you did, because I do remember seeing you occasionally, and then we talked in private a little bit. You're scared of visiting your booth in person. Oh my gosh. Ginger came by one of our smaller booths at one of our shows, Abernathy, and Kat and Left did as well, and they both said the same thing. They're like looking around at the yarn and touching it and squishing. They're like, it's so much different when it's all in person. And not to toot mine and TK's own horn, but we put together a hell of a booth. They always look really sharp. They might not be the fanciest looking thing you've ever seen, but they always look really sharp. We've got lights in there, LED lights in there, so that you can see the sparkle or you can see true colorways if we have issues with neon or fluorescent lights above. So it is definitely an experience within itself. You're going to touch everything. You're pondering that skull shawl crochet that was popular a bit ago for black and purple. I think that would be great, Ashlyn. So like I said, I think it would be really neat, and I'm going to put this out here to you guys. It would probably not be something that we'd start until the beginning of the year, but as a patron group, as litter mates, basically, I would love to do a shawl-a-thon, and it would be with the box set. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you decide, yes, this is what you want to do, go for it. It would be a shawl-a-thon. I will probably make a Stephen West. It's what I would recommend to people. If you crochet, we would find you some crochet pattern that takes a ton of different colorways. I just want to see what this box looks like knitted and crocheted up in similar but different patterns, right? Like similar shapes, shawls, but different patterns. I think they're all going to look amazing and very, very different. Even if two people did the same pattern, they're going to choose different colors for different stitches, and they're going to look totally different. Let's see here. I feel like we live close enough to each other to collaborate on. That's four somehow. I think you probably do that. That's been a thing that's happened before too. I really hope that if I make it out to the West Coast again, I can see BKTK and the yarn in person. I hope you can too, Bubbles. You have two patterns that you're torn between. Oh, Lady Bella, you should throw them up in Discord so we can take a look and figure it out. Help you figure that out. Okay, you guys. Stephen West shawls are crazy fun. They're so much fun. Oh my gosh. And they take so many colors, and I think that this would look really cool together. In my heart of hearts, that's what I think. I think I'll do it in the, I'm going to do it in the basic, I think, with some kitty glitter, just glitz in there, right? Because I already have a Stephen West shawl that's almost finished. That's all kitty glitter. Well, we're going to wrap it up, I think. You guys have been an absolute blast. Once again, these are on sale to you exclusively until Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that is basically, it's 47 hours. Then they're on sale to the public. So you're going to want to get yours as soon as you can. Right now we have, let's see, I'm going to guess it's still where it was, which is great. Yeah, we have 9 of the basics and 1 each of the patron exclusives. So it works out. If you have any questions about the box sets, please reach out to me. Your orders will be going out this next week. I just have to dye them up. As I said, we have a few on hand, or we have some already dyed up because I had to do the original batches, right? But mostly we've got the yarn on hand. So I'll be dyeing those up this weekend and this week, and we'll get them out to you in the mail next week. So just be a little patient. They're coming, I promise. Are the Stephen West knit only patterns? I don't know, Ashlyn, if he does crochet patterns or not, but I will make it my life's work to find either a Stephen West crochet pattern or a Stephen West-esque crochet pattern. Yeah, mods, thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. You choosing patterns with multiple colors is hard. Absolutely. Do you remember the project I showed you, Abernathy? That's a crochet shawl that can use a ton of different colors. Ginger, I do, and it was gorgeous. So I'll open up a patron Discord chat. We already have one, but I'll open one just up for this so that we can discuss it. We can put shawls in there and ideas if you guys want to be a part of it. Super exciting. There's not going to be any prizes or anything. This is just kind of a side patron exclusive event to go with, you know, the Fleece to Finish project event as an example. Hands leftmost. Easiest show to mod ever. I know, right? There's nothing you have to worry about. It was great hanging out with you guys too. Thank you so much for giving me a wonderful excuse to dress up and to dress up my studio, for giving me a reason to make beautiful yarn and get all of these inspirations and ideas that I have in my brain for yarn out on it. I've been focused on this witch set for years now. Like I haven't done it because I was afraid I was going to do it wrong. I wasn't going to do it justice. But this has been the set that I've wanted to do forever. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And most importantly, thank you for being patrons and for supporting the show and supporting the business in all the ways that you guys do. We really appreciate it. We appreciate when you're there, when you hit likes, the fact that you've subscribed, all of it. It's just great all around. So we appreciate you. We love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you all on Monday. I normally tell you to I normally tell you happy crafting, but I think we're going to end with stay spooky. Good night, guys.